This is my little series of videos on doing it yourself publishing, which I think every author and would-be author should have a go at doing. I've talked about how publishing was in other videos and about self-publishing, but before you can even do your own self-publishing, your print on demand, your ebooks, your audiobooks, you have to get your manuscript finished and in shape. Authors love to moan about publishers, and me especially, but it was only when I started doing the whole editorial process myself that I realized why publishers drive authors crazy as they do. And it's because they're nitpicky, because they're trying to get the book, the manuscript, in as good a shape as possible. And the difficult thing, if you're doing it yourself, isn't so much the technology of putting the book out, of printing it, but it is difficult to get the book edited and in really good shape. And by far, it is the most important process in the whole kind of model. I advise anyone who's writing a book, especially for the first, second, third time, to really plan what they're writing. Don't just churn out pages and pages without thinking, just because you type fast and you've got a great word processor. Instead, plan what you're thinking, think about it, try to draw in the characters, understand your narrative and where you're going with it. I, for one, when I write, I don't tend to show my work in progress to people. I don't like doing that. I prefer to have finished the book and to cleaned it, having cleaned it and edited it a little bit myself. I'll give it to a professional editor. And I've actually just finished a big fantasy novel, which I will hopefully publish with a huge publisher, because they've got a lot more muscle than me. So with that, I'm not even going to use my new print-on-demand model. But even though I've written this new book and I've written it on spec, I gave it to a professional editor to edit and copy edit as well, because there is nothing quite so awful as having typos or grammatical mistakes or silly mistakes in logic or logistics in your work. Everyone can weed those out. It's incredibly important to get people to edit your work. I actually believe it's worth paying a professional, because however kind a friend is, or 10 friends are, you can't be ruthless with them, and you can't expect a friend who's doing it as a favor to always catch every mistake. It's very easy to find professional editors online. There are websites and forums for them, and there's a wonderful value in finding an editor you can go to and use time and again, who really learns about your work and learns the kind of faults and mistakes that you tend to make. So that's enough for this video. In my next video, I'm going to talk about ebooks.